An exciting moment. This is going to be the first time Peter's had the chance to see this bird since 1990. Grallaria kaestneri, Kaestner's Antpitta, the Cundinamarca Antpitta. We're in the very small town of Guayabetal, which is on the road down from Bogota in the eastern Andes down to the Llanos, the eastern plains of Colombia. We're right bang smack in the middle of the two. This is the area that's famous for the Cundinamarca Antpitta. This is where we're going to meet Peter Kaestner, the man who discovered the Cundinamarca Antpitta, and we're going to take a jeep up onto the mountains up there and we're going to go and see his Antpitta.
This place has a tremendous significance for me. In 1989, I was working at the U.S. Embassy in Bogota, and I had gone down to the down to Villavicencio, a place near there, to visit some American missionaries that were having difficulties. And at the end of the trip, I came back on Sunday, late morning, early afternoon, drove up here exploring. I was near this place and heard down in this valley two antpittas calling. One of them I was familiar with, the Comprapan chestnut crowned antpitta. And there was one that I didn't know. And I am not a great birder by ear, so I didn't immediately say, oh, that has to be something new, because it might have been something I just didn't know.
We are at a very special place, Sendero la Herrería. We're here to see the Cundinamarca Antpitta, Grallaria kaestneri, Kaestner's Antpitta, Peter's bird. Very exciting moment for me as a birder, because I mean, how often do you get to see the thing with the person who discovered that thing and for whom the thing is named after? In anything, in birds, in reptiles, in mammals, it's a really kind of rare experience to be able to do that. So it's a privilege for me, an exciting moment. This is going to be the first time Peter's had the chance to see this bird since 1990, the type specimen when the bird was first discovered. Hopefully we get some good views of the Cundinamarca Antpitta.
And other is becoming. And when you're so excited, it's hard to keep your mind clear.
You get to see this bird like this, in this way. 30 odd years ago, was anybody even feeding antpitta?
It was amazing seeing the bird again after so long. There's an emotional connection that I have with that creature that is just, it's unique, and it really affected me this morning. It was really neat. I mean, it affected me just thinking about it, just to see it. And I said, wow, as I was looking at it this morning, I was thinking how I described it on the tape recording as I saw it the very first time, and realizing that it was something new. And I was sort of thinking, yeah, okay, I said that it had a whitish throat and that the streaking changed, and you know, I was sort of going through my mind what that exact moment was like 32 years ago as I was looking at it this morning. It was really a neat feeling. So if you go to eBird and look at that checklist from the 16th of October 1989, it starts off with the original recording, the natural recording, and then it gets better and better as I just sort of make recordings of the bird closer and closer. So eventually I was recording and looking this way. This was all forest. And next thing I know, the bird was calling from behind, right up on this little plateau here. So I clambered up the hill and got up into the thick forest up there. And after another couple of minutes of playback, the bird popped up onto a small log in this little clear area. And I immediately knew that it was something new for Colombia, that it was not a bird that existed either in Colombia or Ecuador.
And we've come up this afternoon to Monterredondo. It's kind of exciting in a way to be at this exact point, but also it's kind of tinged with a bit of sadness, because as you can see, all of this area that was once pristine forest is now deforested cow pasture, and that's sadly a trend that's happening all around this region, and something that is a great threat to this very range restricted species and very sensitive species, a bird that can't just up sticks and move on somewhere else when its habitat is destroyed. The silver lining to that kind of sad story is that people are starting really to pay attention now, right, to the threat that this bird's facing, and it helps to have a place like Sendero la Herrería where people can get close to the bird and really see it and kind of connect with it, and local people maybe also have a way to earn some money, some benefit from it, exactly.
Hasta ahora estoy comenzando, pero igual las proyecciones mías son poder tener un hive bien grande para que lleguen 10, 15 personas en el viaje, tener posada para dar, tener un buen restaurante, tener más aves cebadas, porque es la idea que tengo.
Don Ariel, o sea, ¿cómo sientes tener un man que la Grallaria tiene su nombre?
Eso es una alegría, pues igualmente pues yo pensé desde el comienzo que se llegaba el día, pero no pensé que tan pronto.
I was contacted by John Myers. He asked what I was doing to help my bird, and I said, well, I'm not doing much, but I should be.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately, there's already a group here, Fundación Camaná, that has already been working. They're working with the Herreras. They have done some improvements in their area.
So the goal is to create a reserve, ultimately, to protect the species.
An Antpitta reserve. Main thing, I think, for me to do is to try to bring an international side to it and see if we can get some funds raised to properly purchase the land and conserve this bird. I'm just super excited and very optimistic that this is going to work. Bueno, que esté bien.
Muchas gracias, don Peter. Entonces, muchas gracias por su visita, don Peter.